Hi, this is Mark with the Asheville Guitar Bar.
I'm Mr. Jimmy, host of the Friday Night Blues Jam.
And we're partners in crime, keeping the blues alive in Asheville. Friday night, live stream at 7:30, and check out the artist spotlights for see who's going to be playing that evening.
Make the scene.
Stay in tune.
My name is Joe Kelly. I'm going to be a guest on Mr. Jimmy's Blues Jam here at the Oasis in Asheville Guitar Bar. First one that was the epiphany for me was transistor radio. I'm an old guy. And laying in bed, listening to that, and I Want to Hold Your Hand. And although it had nothing to do with the blues, but we'll get there in a minute, is that song lifted me up, sat me up and said, what is this? I went in the Army when I was 17. So after I got spit out of the Army, I ended up in Coconut Grove, Florida, which in the late 60s was paradise, man. And there was a lot of music. Fred Neil was from there. Neil Young and Crosby, all those guys hung out there. It was a very musical art colony. So I was just hung out with bands, went to concerts, you know, and didn't start playing until I was about 19 or 20 years old. And I started out with drums, did a few gigs there, and I only had one beat and it didn't fit all the songs. But bass got me going, but bass wasn't enough, man. The guitar was the one. Then I went and moved to California, so I was there from 68 to 74, and that was an eye-opener there, man. I mean, I lived about 2 blocks away from the Whiskey, worked in Tower Records for a while, and that was like paradise. Blues, I got to the blues to the British guys, you know, because they didn't play blues on the radio where I grew up. Is the Stones, the Beatles, the Kinks, you know. Every time they were interviewed, they go, "Hey, Howlin' Wolf, Muddy Waters." They were cool. They brought everyone in. Buddy Guy, they made everyone. Hubert Sumlin, and I always like, for me, music is an exploration in the reverse. If I get interested in something, I go backwards. So I started digging in that, and what you saw is a lot of emotion. I was a huge fan of the play less. You know, feel it and play less. I play by ear and I play off, I'm a big melody player. So if I find a melody based on the practicing that you know, well, if it's here, you hear, here, and here, you know where it is, just go with that. The songwriting process I probably did before I played guitar is I used to keep journals, you know, like poetry, which was real Moon and June stuff now. I look back at it, but the writing of the songs was always a gateway into the whole process. You had to write the songs. But in the bands I was in, I was usually the primary writer. I do it both ways. I can write a complete lyric. Some stuff comes out birthed. That's a real rare thing, as you know. But I would say I do it melody based. I get a lick, a nice interesting lick, turn that into a chord pattern, and then I'll come up with something and say, what fits here? I'll go that way and see where that takes me. And that way I might even bump into another song. The jams at the Guitar Bar are always done at a high level, and everyone seems to be having a lot of fun. That's why I'm there. The being able to play and enjoy your life is really what it's about. Blues to me is like a voice. You know, it's out of all the music, blues is where the tone of the guitars, and especially the people that play with blues feels that aren't necessarily blues artists, like say Jeff Beck or Gilmore. I consider them blues players because of the way their inflection, their tone, and the way they bend. But they're talking, just like Buddy Guy is talking. Muddy, when they play, they're talking, rather than, you know, it's a message. You're talking, call and response, a lot of that. It's just and very emotional. You can't play. I don't think you could play blues. Well, you can tell when blues is not being played properly, I believe.